What's the time, Mr. Wolf? What's the time? Hey, it's time for the Monday Debrief. Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of the Monday Debrief. Taking with you with Te Mako. I just want to start off by doing a bit of an invitation now to our group this week. We don't really know everyone, doesn't know everyone within the group, so if you feel like it, feel free to put a little pepeha within the chat this week so that we can understand and get to see and get to know a little bit more about each other and, you know, who's in the zoo, so to speak. Anyway, let's get straight into it. This week's results. We're going to start off on Thursday night. It was the Doggies, the Bulldogs, 12 against the Cowboys. Yeah! They were in their 28. So 28-12 to the Cowboys. It was a great win for them, considering they went down last week. Again, the team that last week, the next game, Dolphins 28 beat the Storm. Oh, the Storm. But Dolphins up the Finns. Storm, they're sitting in, unbelievably, out of 17 teams, they're sitting 16th. The Storm, I can't believe it. Anyway, on to the next game. Titans 12, the Raiders 28. And I'm kicking myself. I've been picking the Raiders every week, and then on the week that I decide not to pick them, they win. You know, so that's the Titans and the Raiders. The next game of the round for me, always the Slippery Eels. They come out with 14 points, and the Mighty Warriors, they come out with 36 points. What a game. What a game. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about Jackson Ford a little bit later on. But, it's looking really good for the Warriors this year. We're not going to say it, but we know what, it's the thing that we're not going to say, but we all know we want to say it. Anyway, the next game, the Roosters 38 against the Bronx 24. That again was a really high-scoring game, and the Roosters are starting to come back into their own. So, G-Man, your team, I'm watching them. They're slipping up. They're moving up the ladder as well. Roosters 38, Broncos 24. Now, this has to be the game of the round. Knights 42, Rabbitohs 38. That's such a high-scoring game. And there was a bit of a controversy at the end with Latrell. We don't know what went on, but watch the replay again and again. That has to be the highlight of the thing. Knights, I didn't think they had a chance this season, but to come back from a game like that when the Rabbits are on the rise, you know. So for our Rabbit fans out there, I know there's a couple within our group. Karoha kia koutou. The next game we have, the Sharkies 52 over the Tigers. I'm surprised the Tigers were doing so well, and then to come out and just get wiped off the face of the earth, 52 by the Sharks. I can't believe it. I don't know. Benji has got some hard words to say to his team this coming week. Training's going to be hard for them coming up to the next game that comes around. Okay, and lastly we round off the weekend with the Panthers 18 over the Sea Eagles 16. I was going to go to the Sea Eagles. Kia pono te kōrero. I think the bet would have been a good one if you had the Sea Eagles. They were there. Someone's got to upset those Panthers, but the Panthers come away with the 2 points. Winning teams know how to win. They find a way. Anyway, we've got a mailbag that we're going to be answering a bit later on, and so we'll deal with that. But let's just go to the table, and at the top of the table, obviously, the Panthers. They're coming first, followed up by the Warriors. And the Warriors are doing so well. Let's not ask the question that we're all wanting to ask. Coming in third, Roosters. They've moved up the ladder. They're in the third place at the moment. And the Cowboys are sitting at fourth. So if the Cowboys can keep this up, things are going to be looking good for them. Rabbitohs, they've slipped one. They're down to number 5 this week. And the Rabbitohs have slipped a couple. The West Tigers have slipped a couple of places. They're sitting on 6. And rounding off the top 8, we've got Broncos who have moved up and the Knights who have moved down. So we've got a pretty sturdy, pretty handy looking top 8 team in there. Next week, everybody, the Warriors have a bye, and so we can relax and take the 3 points and wait to come back and fix up all those little injuries and those little aches and pains. And we'll be back next week, the week after that, with the next game. So stay warm, stay well, everybody. Looking forward to the next round of NRL games. Up the mighty Wars. Okay, that's Monday Debrief for another Tuesday. Te Mako EP3.